Get involved, going door to door, donating money, putting out yard signs.
I introduced Ronnie Metsker, who serves as the chair of the Johnson County Republic. All right, Ronnie, would you like to?
I would like to just give you, first of all, 6 reasons why we need to come together and unite and become strong, grow.
There are a very simple set of things that we're going to focus on. One, we are absolutely going to be a party that is focused on having a big vision for the state and what we will do to make generational changes. We will be a party of ideas. We expand our base, our own infrastructure to lots of new folks, take our message to them. And with that note, I'm very pleased to say that many of those things are the same things that Chairman Michael Steele they're also focusing on.
Plans for the country, that sounds so ominous. You have a chairman who has a very fond appreciation of you, Grassroots. I am from you. I am Grassroots. I started out licking stamps and knocking on doors and stuffing envelopes and getting doors slammed in my face and mail returned and getting cussed out on the phone. And as men and women who make sacrifices because you believe not in the party as much as the cause, not in the party as much as in the ideals and the values that we fight for as a party. I told the chairman when we sat down that I'm a part of his team. I'm working for him because I know what it's like as I was a county chair. I know what that work is like. I was a state chair. I know what that work is like. Now I'm national chair. Little bit do I know what that work is like. Why do we do what we do? Why do we do what we do? Why do we believe what we believe? And why do we fight so damn hard for it? But then, why did we stop believing? Why did we stop doing it? And why did we stop fighting? The how we get our act together and get out of this mess and provide the principled leadership that this country needs and wants. For the last 18 months or so, we've been hoodwinked into believing that we can't go after this administration, that we can't go after this candidate, now president, largely because of the color of his skin, largely because others felt, oh, that's just off limits, largely because he was a smooth talker and everybody was kind of drinking the Kool-Aid and getting all lightheaded. And common sense was not the order of the day, it was just a feel-good thing. And we see a little bit more closely the lack of principle, the lack of conviction, the lack of appreciation of how wealth is created in this country, the lack of appreciation of what it means to actually own a business and to earn a paycheck and to have your name on the front of that bad boy as opposed to the back of it. We're now beginning to see all of that. Fight for individualism, why we fight for individual freedoms, why we fight for free markets, why we fight for free enterprise, why we fight for the freedom to choose and make the choices for your family in education and health care, all those things that impact your lives every single day. Has nothing to do with the government. I love the battle we're in right now, folks. Let me tell you why. It's so classic. It's liberals versus conservatism. It's the right versus the left. I mean, Kansas is a red state for how long? Who's your governor? Is he a Democrat or Republican? Why do we allow that to happen? Where's the fight to stop that from happening? Because we watered down and dumbed down the party to the point that people don't recognize it. It's not what it should be about. If you believe in something and you stand for that something, then that's what you fight for. You're too conservative. You're not conservative enough. Where are you from? Who you know? We have wasted more time, energy, and resources in fighting each other than we have ever spent in fighting one Democrat. The enemy's out there. And he's got a big old D on his forehead. And they're running our Congress into the ground. They're running our Senate into the ground. They're running the presidency into the ground, and they're making this country weaker by the day. Because they don't trust you. They trust government. So I'll end my part here by the way I started. I want you to know that I come from where you're sitting. And I want you to know, most importantly, I'm still there. Because all the fancy titles and the nice suit and all the stuff that goes with being chairman doesn't matter to me if it disconnects me from you. I don't want it. And I thank you so much for doing what you do every day to make that happen. Because without you, there is no Republican Party. Without you, there are no values to fight for. So just keep that in mind as you get out there and go kick some butt. Thank you, guys. My mother was a sharecropper's daughter with a 5th grade education whose husband died when I was 4 years old. Left her alone with nothing. When I remember asking my mom when I was much older why she never took public assistance, and her response knocked me over. She looked at me and she said, I didn't want the government to raise my kids. Still very much a part of the fabric of America. We also recognize that there are some folks that, despite those difficulties and maybe that mindset, really need that help. But it shouldn't be a help that resorts to dependence. And that's the difference between what we talk about and what the Democrats talk about. It boils down to this. We are the party that is much better and much more prepared to teach you how to fish than the party that's willing to give you a fish and make you dependent every day or every week to go get that fish.